Now tonight, ahead of the 21st National Prayer Breakfast, which is scheduled for tomorrow, 8th October 2019, today a group of women's leaders held the 5th Women's Forum of the Uganda National Prayer Breakfast 2019. Our reporter, Herbert Siwa, attended the forum. Herbert, what takes place in this forum? Well, first of all, thank you for joining us.
You're welcome. Thank you very much for hosting me.
What takes place in the forum?
Okay, I've attended twice, but the difference we've had this time around was that we've had women leaders from almost all walks of life, from politics, business, education sector. That's why we had the headmistress of Gaza High School coming also to share experiences in the field of education. But last year it was mainly attended by politicians, members of parliament, ministers, and what have you.
So what takes place?
Happens is that women come together to share experience, to talk about the achievements they have so far made in the areas I've mentioned, and also the challenges they're still facing in accessing offices of responsibility, raising children, fighting poverty among fellow women and children. Such issues are discussed in this meeting.
I know that Kadaga had quite a bit to say about parenting and today's elite woman. What did she say? Well,
she said that women, especially those who were in the conference, have neglected their responsibilities of raising children. One, she says, women have no time to be home. They leave offices late, and by the time they go back, they're already tired. So they have left the responsibility of parenting to maids at home and teachers at schools. So in the morning, they drop children. In the evening, they pick them. When they go back, it's the maids that take care of the children. So the parents have totally no role to play.
And
apart from paying tuition.
When she said parents, was she talking about just the women or the fathers in
the
home
women
as well?
Because it was a women's conference.
Okay, I'm curious as to where the fathers come into this picture. In the field of business, from what you heard from the conversation, how have the women positioned themselves to compete with the men from what the women shared?
Okay, first of all, women agree that with the liberalization of the economy, they have equal access to business like men. But the challenges they are facing, one of them is access to credit. Most of them think they do not have enough money to run businesses. One, they do not own property. The few of them who own property do not own as much as men. So when you go to a bank to access maybe a loan, you're supposed to take security, which most women don't have. So it has been one of the problems they are facing as women, and it has been highlighted by most of the speakers in this conference that they cannot do business to the level of men because they have limited access to credit from commercial banks.
Besides credit, what else did they talk about?
Another thing is about entrepreneurship, that most of the women are still held back. They fear taking risks. They fear starting businesses. Most of them think businesses are supposed to be run by men. They're supposed to play a supportive role, which is not the case. They're supposed to stand up, hit the ground running because it is their time as they claim.
Okay, well, the number of women participating in politics has increased greatly. You'll acknowledge that as well. Did they highlight the factors that have led to this and the challenges that they're still facing?
Yes, one of them they are saying with the NRM government bringing in more districts, with each district having a woman member of parliament, their numbers have seriously increased.
Did they talk about the quality of leadership?
They did not talk about that.
Okay.
But they also acknowledged that people have not yet accepted them to be their leaders in the directly elected constituencies, which is a fact. If you look at the statistics we're having in parliament, in the 10th parliament, you'll see that out of the so many members of parliament we are having, only less than 20 of them are directly elected. Most of them have come because they are district woman members of parliament, meaning that if this option was not there, you'll have less than 20 women in parliament, which will be a great disservice to this country.
As it is in other fields. So thank you very much, Herbert.
But you have MDs.
What is there?
You have MDs.
What is there tomorrow? Tomorrow we have the 21st National Prayer Breakfast, and this is ahead of the Independence Day celebrations.
Yes.
Okay.
We'll have the president attending, and still it will be full of praying and praising the Lord. And I think more focus is going to be put on praying for the country as we head towards the 2021 general elections.
Yeah.
I also think that issues to do with security and the recent kidnaps we've been having will have more prayers channeled towards that direction.
Oh, we certainly do need all the prayers that we can get. Thank you very much, Herbert. Herbert attended the 5th Women's Forum of the Uganda National Prayer Breakfast 2019 and was giving us the highlights of what took place there. Thank you, Herbert.
Thank you very much, Josephine.